I bet you didn't know how clever Wakayima the hare was. He was known throughout the village for his wit and intelligence. He lived in a small, bustling village in Uganda, surrounded by lush greenery and vibrant wildlife. He was friends with Wango the leopard, a loyal companion who was always by his side. Now, Wango the leopard was big and strong, towering over many other animals in the village. But Wango wasn't very smart. He often found himself puzzled by the simplest things. Wakayima liked to play tricks. Wango was often tricked, but he never held a grudge. One day, Wakayima decided to have some fun. He hatched a plan that would surely amuse him. He went to Wango's house. "My friend," Wakayima said with a mischievous grin, "I have a challenge for you." Wango puffed his chest, feeling a surge of excitement. "A challenge? I'm not afraid of any challenge," he declared boldly, eager to prove himself. "Let's have a race," Wakayima said, his eyes twinkling with anticipation. "We'll race from here to the big fig tree." Wango smiled, confident in his speed. He was much faster than Wakayima, and he knew it. "You're going to lose, my friend," Wango laughed, already imagining his victory. But Wakayima had a secret plan. He knew he needed to build his strength and perseverance for the race. So he decided to carry a heavy rock all night. The rock would help him endure the long race and surprise Wango with his stamina. As the moon rose high, casting a silvery glow over the village, Wakayima began his journey. The rock on his back was heavy, but his determination was stronger. He took a deep breath and started to hop. Each hop was a struggle, but Wakayima's mind was focused on the goal. Through the dense forest he hopped, nocturnal sounds echoing around him. Crickets chirped and owls hooted, but Wakayima remained undeterred. He knew he had to keep moving. His legs ached, but the thought of outsmarting Wango kept him going. He stumbled over a root, almost dropping the rock, but he regained his balance, eyes fixed on the distant fig tree. He could see it now, standing tall in the dawn light. With renewed vigor he continued, each hop bringing him closer. As the sun peeked over the horizon, Wakayima reached the fig tree. Exhausted but triumphant, he placed the rock down and collapsed. He had done it. He had carried the rock all night, proving perseverance. With a satisfied smile, Wakayima closed his eyes and drifted into sleep. Wakayima just smiled. He had a clever plan that he had been thinking about for days. He knew he couldn't outrun Wango, the swift and cunning predator, so he had to outsmart him, using his wits and the environment around him. That night, Wakayima went back to the starting line where the race had begun. He found a big rock, one that was heavy but manageable. He put the rock on his back, feeling its weight but determined to carry on. Then he started hopping towards the fig tree, his destination. He hopped through the night, never stopping. He hopped all night long under the moonlight and through the shadows. Just before sunrise, Wakayima reached the fig tree. He was tired, his legs aching, but he had a big smile on his face knowing he had accomplished his goal. He put the rock down gently, feeling a sense of relief. He curled up under the fig tree and went to sleep, dreaming of his clever victory. The sun was high in the sky when Wango woke up. The rays of the sun filtered through the thatched roof, casting patterns on the floor. He had forgotten all about the race. His heart raced as he realized the time. He rushed over to Wakayima's house, his feet barely touching the ground. "Wakayima, Wakayima, wake up, sleepyhead," he shouted, his voice echoing through the village. "It's time for our race." Wakayima yawned and stretched. "Oh, Wango, you're here," he said with a sleepy smile. "I was worried you had forgotten." Wango laughed. "Me? Forget? Never! I'm ready to race," he said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. So they lined up at the starting line, the villagers gathering around to watch. Wakayima looked calm and collected, his breathing steady. Wango took a deep breath and started running, his legs pumping with determination. He ran as fast as he could, the wind rushing past his ears. He ran all the way to the fig tree, his heart pounding with every step. If you enjoyed Wakayima's tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more African folk tales. But when Wango got to the fig tree, he stopped in surprise. Wakayima was already there. He was eating a juicy mango. "How did you do it?" Wango asked, amazed. Wakayima smiled. "Slow and steady wins the race, my friend." Wango was confused. But Wakayima didn't explain his trick. From that day on, Wango learned a valuable lesson. Brains can be better than brawn. It's important to think things through. Wakayima had taken a clever shortcut through the forest, avoiding the long path Wango took. Wakayima had carried a rock all night, a symbol of his perseverance and determination. This helped him stay focused and reach the fig tree before Wango.